with your love, with your sustenance, with your capacity to empower us to be at your front lines of the peacemakers on this planet, to bring about peace where there is not, to bring about health and freedom where there is enslavement and where there is disease. Thank you for so much for giving us the living water, and please, Heavenly Creator, bless everyone to participate in Concert for the Living Water coming up on the 19th through the 21st of June. Thank you so much, Creator, for all the blessings that you give us, all the prospering in all ways, and again, for the health, for the safety, for the angels of protection. Thank you for eternity and our inscription into your book of life eternally. So there you have it. In Yeshua's name, I praise you, and thanks, folks, for sharing in that prayer tonight. Now, I've got some challenges to share with you, folks. I really do. This is very, very important. What I'm about to tell you is very, very sad, but it's also perfect. It's perfect for the time in which we live. It's perfect for the fact that, you know, in your own life you've probably never learned a lesson except for the school of hard knocks that stuck with you because of that school of hard knocks. It is a standard, observable human behavior, and I say human as opposed to superhuman. My thesis is that you are superhuman. My thesis is that since you have 80% of your body composed of the living water, that Jesus said, "Come drink of me, I am the living water." That the creative juice in Genesis tells you, in the beginning there was this water, and without it there would be not you and nothing else. So the reality is that you and I have got to sing praises and glory to the Creator for the sustenance, this living water, and at the same time, look at what's happening to it, including the water in our own bodies, and begin to ask some questions about what are we going to do about this. You know, we've got this avian flu currently expanding, says the World Health Organization, and that the reality is that this has been seeded. Again, please go on to YouTube. Watch the special report I did at the end of April when the first Mexican flu outbreak was discussed, and that the question becomes, who's doing this and why are they doing it? Profiteering off of humanity's suffering is insufficient cause for this type of genocide. There's a lot of ways to make money without taking out global populations. So depopulation is certainly part of the agenda, and that's consistent with the book of Revelation. We're looking at about half to at least two-thirds, as much as two-thirds of the world's population are about to be taken out. Not so much just alone by the swine flu, avian flu recombinant, but the other issues of looking at radiation and looking at toxicity and pollution. All of these ways that the environment and our own bodies are being degenerated. We have to look seriously at how do we get out of this mess? And the answer is that, you know, particularly having worked as I have over the last, actually a couple of years and heavily the last several months on the Concert for the Living Water and interacting with hundreds of people, I answer about 300 emails a day. And I'm now witnessing there's approximately 36 or so venues that are listed, and I'm now engaged with probably about 14 or 15 other ones worldwide. There was just yesterday, there was 7 new venues that haven't even been added to the website yet that I've been informed that have been now organized in the last 2 weeks in South America alone. So having worked with a lot of people, I can tell you that the tragedy is that we have lost the ability, largely, to interact as loving human beings, capable, worthy of producing miracles. You know it and I knew it. You know it, that humanity has degenerated. Everything from the language that we speak, which you've read the book Healing Codes for the Biological Apocalypse, and you've understood from even the book Death in the Air, Globalism, Terrorism, and Toxic Warfare, that the English language was reversed alphanumerically from the sacred languages of Hebrew, ancient Aramaic, and Sanskrit. and that those languages held a resonance, an energy when you spoke them or when you sang them, that had this capacity for divine human communion, that the energy would coming down from the Creator, from the heavenly throne, and up through the earth, Mother Earth, with a vibrating essence, ultimately goes through your own body water and uplifts us. Well, you know, the divine human communion should be reflected in my respect for you and your respect for me. Really, I need to respect you, given the fact that your body is about 80% water. I've got to respect you as a little god and a little goddess. And you know, that's not far off from what the Bible talks about, because in the days of old, if you remember correctly, when the Creator said about creating Adam, he told his friends, the Elohim, the gods plural, that is, the gods with little g's, that, hey, let us produce man in our image, says Genesis. So this concept that we are people who are more than human, we are potentially superhuman, and that yet we have not been able to express that. The principal reason is the energy vibration of even our language has been reversed. If you remember how to disempower people in the Bible, the Creator used the foreign tongues, basically confusing the tongues. And as a result of the confusion of the tongues, what happened is that people could no longer communicate, community, divine human communion with this interpersonal family that's available to us. Somehow we got lost. And so I want you to know that as a behavioral science expert, Harvard trained, that was my area of expertise, having spent the last several months doing my best to really work with all sorts of people. And I have found consistently, sadly, that we have no capacity any longer to really get it together on this planet without divine intervention. That even our friends and colleagues who are loving and lighthearted and intelligent and reasonable and rational, I'll tell you something, studying what has been going on is beyond rationale. It's beyond reason. It's beyond anything. And so, you know, it's kind of like when Jesus said there will come a time when you will be on this planet, but no longer of it. That time is now.